Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
This is Sybert signing into Battlefield Control, and today we're going to be hammering some info into you during this pilot of episodes. We're taking a look at main battle tanks, which include the Allied Guardian tank, the Red Menace's Hammer tank, and the Empire's Tsunami tank. Let's begin with the Allied Guardian tank, which is produced from the armor facility for $950 each. And like the other main battle tanks, it takes 10 seconds to build. However, before you can do that, you first have to unlock them via your MCV or Command Hub Heightened Clearance upgrade, which costs $1,500 and takes 15 seconds. Moving on to the basic stats, the Guardian tank has 480 HP, a movement speed of 80, and its 90mm main gun deals 30 cannon damage per second. It's a hard-hitting, quick addition to the Allied arsenal. Its secondary ability is a target painter, which will boost the damage done to its target. This effect doesn't stack, which means you'll need solid micro to warrant having more than one Guardian tank painting at a time. The painter also has a much greater range than the main gun, allowing your target painting Guardians to safely boost from the back of your army. The Guardian only has one upgrade, which is the high-technology top-secret protocol, which is immediately available. This upgrade boosts the laser painter's bonus from a 50% damage increase to a 100% damage increase. Next up is the Soviet Hammer tank, also produced at the Soviet War Factory, but for $1,000. Like the other MBTs, the Hammer is Tier 2, meaning you'll need to drop $2,000 and wait 30 seconds for a super reactor, making this the most expensive NBT to get a hold of. To help offset the price, the Hammer tank has 550 HP, does 35 cannon damage per second, but it's slower than the Guardian with its movement speed clocking in at 75. Its secondary ability, the leech beam, serves a number of purposes by dealing 20 DPS to targets. It drains the HP of its target and uses that HP to heal itself. This helps offset the lack of repair drones on the War Factory. The leech beam also has a greater range than the main gun, allowing hammer tanks to outrange base defenses. As an added bonus, the leech beam will also grab the weapon from any unit it kills and add it to the hammer tank. However, the leech beam cannot be used on infantry or while moving. The hammer tank has two upgrades available via top secret protocols: Grinder Treads and Terror Drone Surprise. Grinder Treads allows the hammer tanks to regain a little HP from crushing enemy units, while Terror Drone Surprise has a chance to spawn a terror drone from a unit as it dies. Finally, the technologically superior Tsunami tank, which has a few differences from the other MBTs. It is Tier 2, costs $1,000, and takes 10 seconds to build, but unlike the others, it has multiple production structures. You'll have to drop $750 on the Tier 2 upgrade on either the Mecha Bay or the docks to gain access to the Tsunami, which makes them the cheapest main battle tank to get a hold of, especially if you go for the docks. From there, the Tsunami has 380 HP, a movement speed of 75, and does 40 DPS. The Tsunami is amphibious, so you can easily transition from a land to sea attack without any detriment to movement speed, HP, or firepower. Its secondary ability is the Nano Deflectors, which has a 10-second duration and a 30-second cooldown period. Activating this ability will double your HP and armor, increase the movement speed to 94, and provide minor repairs to the Tsunami. However, it does disable the main gun, which makes this great for crushing infantry or kiting enemies. The only upgrade available is the Honorable Discharge Top Secret Protocol, which is immediately available. This causes your units to explode on death, causing damage to the enemy, but not your other units. That's the basics of the main battle tanks, so now get out there and try them out. See what you like best, Commander. Use this information to guard yourself well. Battlefield Control is your basic guide to the world of Command & Conquer. First up, we're going to be tackling Red Alert 3. We'll be going over units, buildings, and sometimes even jump in game to bring advice about strategies with guests. Next up, we'll go in depth with the basic infantry units for each faction: Peacekeepers, Conscripts, and Imperial Warriors. Also, check out the Red Alert 3 Unit Compendium, which made writing this guide a lot easier than it would have been. If you're interested in other guides, check out GameReplays.org for various articles on RA3 units, strats, and basic tips. Specifically, the main battle tank article on GameReplays.org, which is linked in the description. Thanks to Couch and Revan for help on this episode, and especially a big thanks to Synapse, without whom this show would not exist at all. This is Sybert, signing out.